She always finds time to be the greatest mother, Mr. Edwards.
The voice of one who should know, your 10-year-old daughter, Jayne Marie.
Oh, hello, my love. Hello, sweet. Oh, sweet baby.
Janie, do you remember your first day in school, honey?
I sure do. Mother had to report to the studio that day, but she was late because she took me to my school first. She met my teacher and I got enrolled.
Yeah. With your mother so busy, are you able to spend much time with her?
Yes, I do. When she was in the picture, the
play on Broadway.
The play on Broadway, well, Successful Raconteur. She called me every night and sung me my lullaby.
Before you went to bed. Well, you two have always been inseparable, so you should be together. So please sit here. I know she's your buddy, Janie. She's going to be with you there tonight, and we're going to go on with your story. Okay, Jayne Marie? Okay. By 1956, you're on your way. At least one reviewer feels you're making progress. As an actress reviewing your latest picture in 1957, The Wayward Bus, Ruth Waterbury writes in the Los Angeles Examiner, among the bus passengers, the most touching is Jayne Mansfield. As an actress, she should be considered something more than a phenomenon of nature. If ever she gets a role that doesn't use her body first, but lets her ability and personality shine through, there'll be some box office records smashed. But generally speaking, the press still sees you as a pin-up girl. In January of 1958, you take one of the most important steps in your life, Jayne. What was that, January 58?
My wonderful husband.
This 6'2", 215-pound former Mr. Universe, Miklas Hargitay. Here's Mickey. Mickey, tell us about the wedding. Well, he's a wonderful guy. He's been working right with us here and watching this.
Edward.
I know I'm married to him. Well, of course. If I may break this out.
It was planned to be a simple wedding with the beautiful Wayfair chapels in Palos Verdes, Portuguese band. We sent out 100 pink invitations.
Yes, well, pink is Jane's favorite color.
It sure is. And thousands of fans showed up, really, and I saw no one but Janie. Next morning when I picked up a newspaper, I couldn't believe it.
You didn't know all those people were there?
I didn't see no one.
You were just riding around on a pink cloud there, Mickey. Sit right here beside Jane. Jane, you sit by Janie, and you sit right there, Mickey. December 21st, 1958. Now, December 21st, 1958, that's an important day in your life.
Oh, the birth of my first son.
At St. John's Hospital in Santa Monica, and on August 1st of this year, your second son, Zoltan Anthony, is born at the same hospital, where the nurses tell us you're the nicest star patient they've ever had. In fact, there's a group of nurses from St. John's Hospital in the audience here watching right now. See, there they are.
Wonderful.
They told us you were no trouble, always kind and considerate, and you can come back any time, they said.
I'll be back soon.
Oh. Hey, Jimmy, maybe we got a scoop.
I've always found Jayne completely natural, simple and sweet. Quite a contrast to the picture she presents to her public.
A very dear friend of yours, Jayne, the Associate Rector of All Saints Church in Beverly Hills, California, Dr. Kermit Castellanos, better known to his parishioners as Casey. Here's Casey.
Oh, Casey, how wonderful. Thank you, Casey. Thank you
It's wonderful to be
very
here.
much.
Well, Casey, my dear friend, good to see you. Casey and I are buddies in Beverly Hills.
That's just wonderful.
How well do you know Jayne, Casey?
Well, I know her pretty well. And I know her daughter, too. Jayne Marie's a good friend of mine.
Yes, she is.
Miss Mansfield comes to church, and Jayne Marie comes to church school and sings in our children's choir and is active in a good many things there. Her mother always sees that she gets there, and if she can't bring her herself, why, she sometimes gets one of the neighbors to bring her. And quite often I've driven Jayne Marie home from church.
Sounds as normal as apple pie.
Yes, yes, I've always found Jayne very normal and natural and human and very lovely.
Oh,
It's wonderful to see her at home, too, with her babies.
Well, perhaps that can be arranged. Could we have the babies, please?
Oh.
Here we are. Miklas Jeffrey. He's a big boy, 2 years old. Mickey, you hold Miklas. There we go. Because we have Zoltan Anthony, just 4 months. If Grandma will relinquish him, we'll give Zoltan to Mickey, I guess, or give Mickey to Mickey and Zoltan to Mickey. I don't know. But anyhow, there you are. You hold him. A family portrait that your fans seldom see, Jane. Just don't throw him. You know, Mr. Universe here, he's so strong, he bounces him around.
He's so sweet. What? Oh, no.
Mommy's got her hands full. They all want to go to Mommy here. Well, Jayne Mansfield, you've come a long way from the pink lollipop world your mother created for you, where you could dream of someday being a movie star. Your two latest pictures haven't yet been released. It happened in Athens, made in Greece, and The Loves of Hercules, in which your husband Mickey here plays Hercules. Many of the outstanding events in your life are depicted on this gold charm bracelet, created and provided for you by Marshall Jewelers. Bob Warren, do we have the charm bracelet? Thank you. Marshall Jewelers, 5th Avenue, New York, presents that to you. And so that you can relive this night, we have a film of tonight's program for you, along with this Bell & Howell sound motion picture projector to show it on, and the 16mm electric eye movie camera furnished by the Bell & Howell Company. Now, in an effort to combat juvenile delinquency, Mickey teaches classes in weightlifting at the East Side Boys Club, and you, Jane, take an active part in all the activities of the club. So, in the spirit of the Christmas season, the Mars Candy Company is providing a selection of thousands of wonderful Mars candy bars, and also in your name, the fine folks at Mars Candy Company want the East Side Boys Club of America to have this check for $1,500 for the boys down there. We see you now, Jayne Mansfield, with your baby in your arms, surrounded by your family and loved ones, a devoted wife and loving mother. This side of Jayne Mansfield is not exploited by the press. It's not exciting, not good copy. But the glamorous celebrity is. You've created yourself in the image of the most publicized queens of the silver screen. These are the two sides of Jayne Mansfield, and this is your life. Good night. God bless you.
Oh, thank you.
Travel arrangements for guests on This Is Your Life are provided by TWA, Transworld Airlines, who fly the Superjets. You fly the finest when you fly TWA, the Superjet Airline.
This Is Your Life is a Ralph Edwards production, produced by Axel Gruenberg and directed by Richard Gottlieb.